Raissa Kengne has been sentenced to 50 years imprisonment for unaliving her boss, her colleague, and her building manager. Raissa left Cameroon to study accountancy at the Georgia State University, and she later on backed a high-end corporate job at this firm. But something happened, and let's get into it. A Fulton County jury has found Raissa Kengne guilty but mentally ill on all counts in connection to a deadly 2022 Midtown Atlanta condo shooting that left 2 people dead. On Monday, May 4, 2026, in Superior Court, Judge Sukura L. Ingram sentenced Kengne to 2 consecutive life sentences plus an additional 50 years. The verdict comes nearly 4 years after the shooting, which unfolded inside a Midtown high-rise and shocked residents in one of Atlanta's busiest neighborhoods. Kengne was convicted on all 14 counts tied to the case. The guilty but mentally ill finding means Jurors determined she was legally responsible for the crimes while also acknowledging mental health factors presented during the trial. Prosecutors argued the evidence demonstrated intent and accountability in the killings, while the defense pointed to Kengne's mental state leading up to the shooting. The case drew significant attention at the time, raising questions about safety in high-density residential buildings and the role of mental health in violent crimes. Kengne will serve her sentences within the Georgia Department of Corrections system. Backstory: Raissa Kengne was working for this firm as the auditor. So while doing her job as the auditor, she had to look for loopholes. Of course, that's why she was hired. So she saw a lot of loopholes and then she alerted her manager and those who were concerned. But it seemed as if they wanted her to close the loopholes, not to open them. But Raissa was so desperate to open the Pandora box, and her bosses were not having it. She was being harassed, tossed around, intimidated, and her apartment was broken into. And she claims that some documents were taken out of her computer. She reported to the police. The police came and they did their investigation and they said they couldn't find anything. And the building manager also said that he didn't find anything from the building camera or whatever. So Raissa, on her LinkedIn profile, we could see a video where she uploaded, because this girl was uploading everything, like every detail about her case, her harassment, she uploaded on her LinkedIn. So we could see that she uploaded a video where she was talking to the police officer, and the police officer said, we couldn't find anything. And then she said, what will happen will happen. That was the last thing she said in that video. I cannot share the video here because I might get a strike, but you can find it. If you put her name in Google, you'll find a lot of information about this case. So Raissa, that was the day before she committed the crimes. So Raissa went out the next day, bought a gun, booked into a hotel. And in this previous picture, you can see that she has a suitcase and a handbag. She booked into a hotel and then later on went to her former workplace and pew-pewed her boss and one of her colleagues. And then she left. She pew-pewed her building manager. But he was in the hospital fighting for his life. He wasn't piped. He was in the hospital fighting for his life. Then Raissa called her taxi. She didn't change her clothes. I mean, this girl, she was wearing these same clothes, white plover with black stripes. She didn't change it. She called a taxi. Fortunately, or rather say unfortunately, the taxi driver happened to be a Cameroonian as well. So when the driver came, he picked her up, and then on his way, the police had already alerted every taxi in the county, and they were about to seal the county because they felt that the criminal was on the run. Then they contacted every manager of the taxis, and the manager of this taxi called this taxi driver and asked, do you have so and so person in your car? And the driver did realize that, oh, this might be the person. And then he turned to her, the video is online as well, and asked her, do you have a problem with anyone? And Raissa said, no, you're fine, you're good, or you're fine, something like that. And then he went on to drop her off at the address. When she came out from the car, she went to the house. She tried to ring the bell, but nobody came out. She turned and came back to the taxi and asked the taxi driver to take her to another address. And the taxi driver said, oh, I'm sorry, I have to pick someone at the airport because before coming to you, I'd already confirmed that I'll be coming there. So she said, I will follow you to the airport. Damn. So he took her to the airport, and when they got to the airport, the police were already there, and they took her from there. She was arrested from there. Because why was she going to the airport? Was she trying to escape? I don't know. There's something I want to show you all about Raissa. Raissa has never been a criminal before. Raissa is so smart. She's intelligent. She has like good record. So let's go. Raissa's LinkedIn profile. Raissa Kengne, CEO and President, Georgia State University, J. Mark Robinson College of Business, Kengne Corporation, Atlanta, Georgia. About Raissa Kengne has 10 years of combined experience in IT, auditing, financial analysis, mergers and acquisitions, IT due diligence, restructuring, financing, real estate transaction, estate tax planning for high net worth individuals, private companies, public companies across several industries, including energy, banking, food, beverages, healthcare, urgent care, clinics, mining, dealership, beauty salons, and retail. Her IT audit experience includes, but is not limited to, executing pre and post implementation audits, third-party access reviews, termination audits, application security audits, disaster recovery readiness assessment, and database upgrade assessment. Damn! Oh my God. Experience: CEO and President, Kengne Corporation, May 2022 to present, 4 years, 1 month. BDO USA, LLP, 2 years, 4 months. Experience: IT Audit Manager, August 2021 to November 2021. IT Audit Manager, plan, conduct, help manage IT audits. Attest Service, Senior IT Associate. Advanced IT Auditor, lead role. Wow. Graduate Assistant, Georgia State University. Financial Analyst, Information Systems and Assurance Intern. Oh God. Financial Analyst, Audientis, Audit Intern, City of Dunwoody. Education, Georgia State University, J. Mark Robinson College of Business, Masters of Science, MS, Information Systems, Audit and Control. Oh God. Accomplishments, certifications. God. Skills. Well, God. Hey. This year is when she was finally arrested at the airport. Raissa. This is a classic case of your village people are pursuing you. If it was not for Raissa's village people pursuing her, how would someone like Raissa, guys, you saw the credentials, the profile that I showed you all. How would someone like Raissa be committing such a crime? Like how? How is that possible? Guys, someone who has never committed a crime, never. Even she has never even had a ticket for drunk drive or overspeeding. She has never. But she had the guts to go and do this one. Is this not juju? This is juju. This is voodoo. This is unbelievable. Like Raissa did not have any close friend around her to talk her out of this. No friend, no brother, no sister, nobody. And Raissa is just 34. Imagine that when she comes out, she's going to have life. Maybe she's going to die in prison. Oh my God.